Stephen, Kerrigan and the Zerg will form a mass of the forces. Kerrigan, excellent. The Zerg swarm will annihilate those pathetic humans. Stephen, and Chaos and the Didax creatures will make up the close-range melee of the forces.
I guess we're playing an RPG now.
Chaos. They will know the wrath. They will know the wrath of Chaos. Chaos. Why?
Oh my god, he just ran in there.
Why would you just spell your name?
Because it's this guy's character. He's kind of stupid.
He's an idiot.
Yes.
Like, who would have this asshole around?
They decided they needed him for his darkness.
You know, I think what they should do with a person like that is keep them around until you need, like...
Oh, you know what? He's there for emotional support. Like, they don't actually put any weight, any value into, like, his combat prowess. He's just there to remind them there's always somewhere to be lower than where they are now.
You know, I would not put it past this band of assholes. I think that's right. I think that's correct. I'm going to go on. That is going to be my operating assumption from now on, I think.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does. Didact. Excellent. The Prometheans will annihilate these creatures. On the planet Sera, a group of soldiers in heavy torso armor, but apparently no other armor, were firing special guns with chainsaws on the...
Wait.
What?
So we are chainsaws shooting chainsaws that shoot chainsaws?
Oh my gosh, I think you're right.
Oh my god, they've watched Johnny Extreme too!
You know, I'm not angry, I'm just really disappointed. I'm just disappointed in Elective Cross 02. I'm very disappointed in you, Elective Cross 02. I'm very disappointed in you.
Yeah, this is far from the worst story that I've found, so...
I would not doubt that. So they were firing in heavy torso armor, but presumably nothing else. They were firing special guns with chainsaws on the barrels, because that is something you do on the planet Sera, apparently, if you're a group of soldiers. They were firing...
It's like an advanced bayonet. Like it's like your mobile app ads. Like you got 0% loser with the little toothpick bayonet, and then you got your 10% guy who's got like a little dagger. Then you got at level 50, who's got like a legitimate bayonet, and like level 100, it's like a full-on chainsaw.
Yeah, except with those, you never see how impractical they are. So you never see the characters run into battle and immediately just grind through their own torsos, which would totally happen in this case.
Well, I mean, we just gotta be glad that he's not like level 500 because, I'm sorry, 500 is a chainsaw, I think I said. At least he's not level 10,000, because 10,000 is when you got like a nuclear warhead as your bayonet.
I think it's like, it should be like in Disgaea, where you get like the horse wiener.
What?
Oh my.
Have you never played Disgaea?
No.
Oh, it's a grindy as hell game. But it's about these demons that they learn a valuable lesson about friendship and other things. Anyway, one of the big weapons that you can get is called the horse wiener. And it is a super powerful weapon. Anyway, the more you know.
Look at my horse is amazing. Give it a like, it tastes just like raisins.
Yeah. Horse wiener.
Turns back again when you tinkle his winky. Oh, that's dirty. Oh, do you think so? Well, I better not tell you where the lemonade is made.
They were fighting against subterranean humanoid monsters. Called the Locust.
They're called the Singular Locust.
The soldiers, in an incredibly awkward turn of phrase that this sentence is, the soldiers were Marcus Phoenix, which is spelled F-E-N-I-X, Dom Santiago, who is, I guess, looking for a submissive.
He's the cousin of Carmen Sandiego.
I got it. Marcus, that's Marcus Phoenix, right? So, like, they wanted Marcus Phoenix, but they didn't have a high enough budget to afford him. So they got the closest thing.
And Anya Stroud Not to be confused with Strahd, because they've been bringing back a lot of the
Ravenloft, yeah.
Ravenloft stuff lately. And Jace Stratton, everyone's favorite. I don't know who any of these assholes are. On the other side, large tentacles were spawning glowing humanoid creatures with guns called the Lambent. Were the creatures called the Lambent, or were the guns called the Lambent? Or are they only called the Lambent when they are humanoid creatures with guns?
The guns.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think of it like this. The subterranean humanoid monsters are called the Locust. So, like, it only makes sense that their guns are the Lambent. So they're they're called by other people as the people with the specific gun.
Alright, I'll buy it.
So, like, we'd be known in space as, like, oh, the humans with the shotguns. Like, those guys.
Those assholes.
Get them out of here. I'm tired of picking up those stupid shells.
The Core 4 was trying to hold off both invading armies using the various cover to their advantage. Marcus, keep them back. Hit those stalks. Marcus and the Dom fired on the stalks, hitting specific pustules on the stalks to shut them down. That's a lovely, vivid phrase. I love that. I love that they were specific enough with pustules, but they couldn't be specific with any other phrasing that would be anywhere near useful.
Well, I mean, the author's got a thesaurus right in front of them. They gotta sound fancy.
Yeah, but why don't they sound fancy anywhere else?
Well, because...
They need to work on their phrasing.
It makes sense.
You know, I like that way more than I probably should. I shouldn't accept that,
here.
but...
Same here.
Hitting specific pustules on the stalks to shut them down, whatever these stalks are, and however this is shutting them down. Anya and Jace were doing well to hold off the creatures, who I assume were the glowing humanoid creatures that are wielding the Lambent. Probably. When there were only a few creatures remaining, they pulled out the chainsaws on the barrels to their weapons to cut up the creatures, which is horrifying.
Jesus.
When the Lambent died, they exploded into dangerous urine.
What?
Well, I mean, close enough, I guess.
There was soon only one locust creature remaining, and the group approached it. Marcus, night. He revved his chainsaw and swung it down. Okay, I know I've done this way too many times, but like, does anybody really think that that's cool? Don't do that. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, just don't do that. Save all the other people surviving with you that cringe.
Just save the catch line, get the execution over with.
Yeah, save the catch line. You'll probably need to use it later when you fight the actual enemy and whoever's behind all of this. And if you miraculously survive and everybody else does, they'll probably be like, oh, that's so lame that I won't say anything. But not now. Not now.
I'm glad you saved that for the final, after the final fight. Because if you had used that line any more than one time, I would have beat the crud out of you.
If you had used that line earlier, I would have just had a mishap with my chainsaw bayonet, okay? Accidentally.
Just you wait till I level up.
He revved his chainsaw.
Just wait till I get the flamethrower bayonet.
And it just has like razor blades on like the things that they make your ponytail holders out of, and it just spins around really fast. Swung it down, only to get it blocked by a bright blue energy blade. The blade wielder revealed itself by shutting off invisibility, which is sort of self-evident. More bad phrasing.
Wait, no, it's not shutting off its own invisibility, it's shutting off all invisibility. The concept of invisibility itself is now disabled.
Oh my god, it cancelled invisibility.
If you were invisible anywhere in the universe, you just became visible.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of naked people suddenly.
Oh lord.
So many naked people.
So many birds just gained sight of glass.
The alien wore heavy armor and had a four-pronged mouth. The alien looked over to the locust. Look, we fucking know it's a fucking predator. It's not that fucking hard. Also, shouldn't these people know that it's there? Like, really? These people are super advanced, presumably.
Well, they're too busy concentrating on all the things that are now visible.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Alien, tell who your Queen Mira. Who's Queen Mira that we're here to help?
I guess she's a new person we haven't met yet.
But who are you telling to tell someone that they're Queen Mira?
I thought it was this Marcus guy.
So he's telling Marcus to tell someone that he is Queen Mira.
Wait, hold on.
Well,
You are Queen Mira.
What?
So Marcus was about to execute someone, but this particular alien person prevented that.
Yes.
Yeah,
So now this person is ordering Marcus around? What makes him
to come out as a queen, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Well, I mean, that's even assuming that Marcus follows along with this order from this random being that he's never met before.
Mulder, that's assuming we're looking for a motherfucker.
Fair enough.
Okay, I don't know. I don't understand what's going on.
It's okay, it makes sense.
No one else. I hope no one else understands what's going on. If you understand what's going on, write it down on a piece of paper, throw it away, and try not to think about it.
It makes sense.
The Locust ran as the alien, which really, you shouldn't capitalize it like that if you have xenomorphs in the same story, because a lot of people call them aliens, with a capital A. Raised it is Blade to the group. Marcus, just who the hell do you think you are? Alien, I am the arbiter of the Covenant, and you should leave now or perish. Why? On what authority are you saying this? Also, there are 4 people with fucking chainsaw bayonets right in front of you.
Well,
you are not going to beat them all.
Also, wasn't the Covenant a part of the bad guys?
I have no idea.
I think they were.
Dom.
Maybe it's like the enemy of my enemy is my closest friend or something situation.
Yeah, kind of a stupid situation. Really.
A stupid situation for a stupid story.
Dom, not gonna happen. I mean, he is a Dom. You can't expect to intimidate a successful Dom.
You know, I keep thinking of Dominic Noble of Lost in Adaptations. And he's not even dead or anything. He's just probably like taking a nap right now. And he wakes up with a horrible shiver and goes, "Somebody's thinking about making fanfiction about me."
Why? 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 No.
Not again.
I don't even know if there is fanfiction of the Dom. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Don't give this person ideas.
Oh, that was the funny thing. He had called himself Dom because his name is Dominic. But he didn't realize, like, the implications of that, really, until, like, after he got YouTube famous. And then he was doing 50 Shades of Grey, and then he's like, yes, because everybody was making the joke. He's like, yes, I know I'm the Dom, and being subscribed to me means you are my subs. Shut up. I'm like, oh man, I wish you could have kept going with that. That would have been great, even if it was unintentional.
It would have been much more entertaining than that story ever deserved.
Yes.
God, that was a boring-ass story.
And maybe we can bring back an old channel thing with, we're gonna file that under stories that would be better than this one.
What, 50 Shades of Grey? Hell no!
Well, no, I meant the concept
of
continuing to go with that.
So we're the Doms, then? Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Oh, you heard it. You're submitting to us, all of you.
Hey, chat, what is your opinion here?
Just switch over as someone leaves the chat. Shut the fuck up, Bushy.
What's your verdict on
There's
this?
nobody in chat. Nobody's even talking. I think we're just talking to ourselves.
Hashtag worst Dom ever.
Hashtag bad fanfiction theater is literally bad. Nobody watches the show anymore.
They tried to swing their chainsaws on him, but he blocked with his energy blade somehow and kicked them back. All 4 of them at the same time, somehow.
Yeah, man, he's got 4 legs. He just jumped to do it.
Oh my god. They all opened fire on him, but he was protected by a personal body shield, even though he's not protected by a personal body shield. It began to overload and grow brighter until it exploded, which apparently completely just did not do anything to him. Your personal body shield exploding, no big deal.
Well, see, if it imploded, he would have been hurt, but it exploded, so it hurt everyone around him.
He jumped into the air and flipped and kicked and punched through the four, evading their gunfire somehow, despite being at point-blank range. So these four amazing space soldiers could not hit something the size of a man at point-blank range, occupied with punching and kicking the other three.
Well, he punched through them. Like, the guy eviscerated the other guy with a gun. He just punched a hole through them.
Apparently. Arbiter, I told you, leave now or perish. The four unceremoniously, apparently, regrouped and retreated. I guess we didn't need to see any more of that, so bravo, Elective Cross 02. Bravo again. Well done.
Or scenes we don't need.
Underground, the Locust Soldier, capital L, was giving the information to his queen, Queen Mira, who was Marcus. Soldier, you should have seen it, my queen.
But I think I figured it out. Maybe Marcus moonlights as Queen Mira.
Carl, that is a quick change act you need to take on the drag road, Hunty.
So he's like Princess Zelda as Sheik.
That's my assumption here.
You know, the only thing that I have to say against this, and I guess I'm just being devil's advocate, is I feel like that's more creative than the story really deserves, and I'm pretty sure it was not intentional. Like, that's just a much better story.
You're not wrong.
The humans were prepared to kill me when an alien warrior not from here saved me from death. He told me to tell you. No, he didn't. He was here to help. He said, perhaps there are more of them. No, he didn't. Also, if these Locust soldiers are so eloquent and so talkative, why didn't any of them try and reason with the humans that were prepared to kill him?
I'm glad they all speak English.
Right, like, everybody speaks fucking English, and they're clearly not averse to talking, so why the hell didn't they talk? Maybe it's just on my mind because I've been playing Megami Tensei, but you should be talking, probably? Voice. There are Marava! No, it doesn't deserve that voice, that's too cute a voice. The Arbiter uncloaked himself again, yet again unceremoniously. We don't know how the fuck he got there and here. We don't know how he got anywhere. He just uncloaks himself. Like, what
Very
kind of
carefully.
douchebag? Yeah, like, what kind of fucking douchebag goes around with an invisibility field and just has it randomly on? And just like, the only reason why you do that is to dramatically reveal yourself. You are with your fucking allies.
Well, you say that, and you mean it, but, like, consider it. This Arbiter guy, he's the Peekaboo champion.
He must be. That's the only reason why you could possibly have that.
Renowned children's entertainer.
Yeah, but
Renowned
also
children's entertainer.
Arbiter of the Covenant.
But I also noticed that he's doing this, like, he's sneaking around invisibly, and then suddenly he's in front of the queen of these people, and he's just like, yeah, by the way, I'm here now, and I'm sort of reading ahead, and I'm like, where are the guards? Like, defending their queen? Like, shouldn't she have a lot of guards right now if they're being attacked?
And, like, shouldn't they have some ability to detect an invisible person moving? Because, I mean, even humans would probably be able to detect someone they could not see. Especially someone the size of a large human. And you're not scoring any points with this queen by just walking invisibly into her throne room or stronghold or whatever, and just being like, hey bitches, I was invisible. I could have easily killed any of you. In fact, you know, you better trust me, because I might just do that anyway. Like, that's really just reassuring.
Let's play hide the knife. I'm gonna hide it in your torso.
Stab, stab,
Ooh,
stab,
nice
stab, 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 stab.
Now you see me. Now you don't. Now you see me. Oh, you've been stabbed.
Arbiter. Queen Mira, I suppose. Mira, you are the alien warrior my soldier told me of at great length for some reason. Arbiter. Yes, my master wishes to speak with you. Well, my master's master's master. Oh my god, go fuck yourself. He pulled out a device and a device. A device. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I mean, it could have just been like a plank of wood.
He pulled out his
Device.
penis. It was
Oh,
the
no.
device.
Oh no.
I got your device right here.
Yeah.
A hologram of Stephen appeared, which in this story I think I would probably believe coming out of a penis or like an ass, especially an ass. Everybody in the
no.
story is an ass. Stephen.
Well, I can't fault you on that last part there.
Hello. Was Stephen the evil one? Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
super evil.
He's the bad guy.
Yeah,
He's the one who murdered the Skylanders.
Hello, Queen Mira. I come seeking your help. Really, Mira, really? My help? Why? I'm on a universal conquest, and I'm using every ally I can find. I'm not doing anything. I'm using them. I'm using them. Every ally, I'm using them.
Like pawns in a game of chess.
Mira, do we get to kill every human? Okay, so you're fine with someone saying he is going to use you. He's seeking your help, and he says he is going to use you. And your only question is, do we get to kill every human?
Well, yeah, Marcus is tired of moonlighting. He wants someone else to take charge.
Fair. Stephen. Of course. Mira, we cannot surface with the humans up there, even though there are apparently only 4 of them.
They're not very well off either. They just got their guts punched in.
Right.
I
Stephen.
mean, you don't even need to join up. Just give it like 7 hours and you're good.
Yeah, like, clearly. Absolutely, like, clearly. I already have that covered. On the Fuck me.
I'm sure
I wanna
somebody
walk
might.
around. On the planet, a full-scale invasion was going on that apparently we just didn't need to hear about until now. You know, like, this sort of thing happens. We were much more invested in this boring as fuck conversation that people we don't even know are having with other people we don't even know. Necromorphs killing and dismembering the cog, which is in caps for some reason, I don't know.
Guess that's the
Xenomorphs-
human forces?
Hell if I know. The xenomorphs impaling and headbiting the stranded. Who the fuck are the stranded? Why is that capitalized?
Well, I figured out COG. You heard of Call of Duty? This is Call of Goody.
I thought you were going to say gonads, but I still
Gonad
think-
have lesbians.
I forgot about doing that. I forgot about the gonad for lesbian.
Well, that's the GHL. This is the COG. They're different military branches.
Cock of greatness. Cock of good. Crow
just remember
of
that.
What's me there?
Jeez.
The
Cover me.
cow of guns.
Cows with guns. By noon, they would be roast beef.
Usually you milk cows for milk. You milk these cows for ammo.
Oh, they're the lesbian cows. They're the lesbian cows. They've got guns now. They had enough of Jenna's shit. Now they got guns.
It all comes back. It cycles back.
We've come full circle! Somehow!
So
Like,
much
we-
for
we haven't gone
escaping,
any-
Jenna.
We haven't gone anywhere in the fucking story, but we've come full circle somehow.
It's like a roller coaster. You're on your way, you're propelled so far, you think you're gonna do it, and then suddenly you're spiraled around, and then before you know it, you're right back where you started.
You got
It's
so
not a roller
far,
coaster.
but
It's
not
not a
so
roller
far.
coaster.
but
It's
in
a
the
fucking
end,
Ferris
it
wheel.
doesn't even matter.
And it's a Ferris wheel that the other side is a wall. It's a wall as tall as the Ferris wheel, so you don't see anything. You just go around.
Almost as if it was a fourth wall.
Covenant and Prometheanites shooting and cutting the cog, and Chaos's dark minions cutting up the stranded with ease. Who the fuck are the stranded? We don't know. The Zerg were all in all sectors swarming, eating away at the soldiers.
Well,
Cats and dogs living together.
Maybe we can assume the stranded are the ones, the Promethean knights that were stranded on that planet's core.
Why did they capitalize? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Rishi.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah, let's just go.
On the side of Marcus, Dom, Anya, and Jace, the Covenant were firing special plasma weapons at them, but they're on their side. It just said they're on their side. It just said they're on...
Well, maybe they're T-posing.
Or they're on their side, but not on their side. Like they're on that side of the fence, attacking them.
Maybe they're leaning, they're reclining on their side, and they've got their hand wielding the weapon, like just resting on their hip.
That's unpleasantly likely. That's unpleasantly likely. I'm very uncomfortable acknowledging that, but I realize that is too likely.
I mean, it's an interesting means of aiming your weapon. I mean, you got a perfect shot at the people's kneecaps.
Well, and if anything, Skyrim
really
taught us that knees are a really important part, crucial part. Kill someone with a knee shot.
I mean, there was that one adventurer he was an adventurer till he got an arrow to the knee. So, these guys must know what they're doing. We can only assume they must. They must. I do not know where we are. Oh, right, I do. The force consisted of small grunts, which are for some reason capitalized, tall elites, which are also capitalized for some reason, similar, which is capitalized, to the arbiter, which is also capitalized, large hunters, which are, of course, capitalized, and the tall and lean jackals, which, say it with me, is capitalized.
Capital!
Anya, we can't win. Not like this. What do you mean, not like this?
So they can't win by... Maybe they're like, oh, we can't win by staying on our sides. We gotta rotate to the other side.
my arm's going numb. We have to go to the other side. Come on.
Yeah, I lost feeling in my right arm hours ago. Come on, can we just shift over?
Yeah, just flip me over on the other side. It'll be alright.
Jace, where did these guys come from?
Space!
Keep them back. Locust soldiers began to burst from the ground, for some reason, because apparently this is what they do, joining the assault. Marcus, oh, for the love of God. That is the quote of the story. Oh, for the love of God.
Just put down, the title, just the title card.
That's what this story should be called. Oh, for the love of God. Just that, by itself. As the creatures prepare to close in on them, boxing them in, period. That is a statement. Somehow.
I mean, I can't refute that statement. I don't understand enough of it to refute.
Suddenly, multiple people began to drop in front of them, which presumably was happening this whole time because they just said they were eating people alive in front of them. The group of the Infinity, not the crew, but the group, had come to the rescue. Isaac and Phineas took cover and started firing at them with pulse rifles, which they are somehow now able to do, and fully trained in shooting pulse rifles.
Well, maybe we're finally building into Phineas's entire life purpose, and he designed them.
Okay. I know nothing about Phineas, but yeah, I'll accept that.
Well, apparently, so Phineas and Ferb, where he's from, I think he's 10 or 11, and he's this crazy good inventor and engineer somehow. They built a functional roller coaster before they were 12. Yep, yeah, I think so, pretty much. I've never seen Dexter myself, but I think they were
that's something you should invest in.
I think they were a more practical, less science fiction version of Dexter.
The Florida Everglades! I guess you didn't see that one.
No, didn't.
When Dexter invented the parrot that was supposed to be like a repeat bird, but Dee Dee got to it first and made it say all these stupid things. So he basically savaged the robot bird, and it just went flying out of his lab because he was done with it. And it picked up all these things. And one of the things was his father was watching some fishing program before it verbally assaulted him and left him like hugging his legs and rocking. And then it told his mother to go to get these, I think it was like worms or something for her cake or something. And she's like, "Oh, where am I going to get that?" And the bird is like, "The Florida Everglades." And then it just cuts to outside of the house and she's like getting in her car and she's peels out. Anyway.
Please tell me this parrot returns in later episodes.
I don't know if it ever did. It was like, that was one of my two favorite episodes. That one and the backwards episode, where he invents the backwards switch. But those were the funniest episodes to me. So,
Well,
yeah, you
I'm
come
gonna
for the
look
bad
into that now.
fanfiction. Yeah, come for the bad fanfiction. Stay for the reviews of Dexter's Laboratory, which is like over 10 years old by now. So
It's much more than that, because I watched that when I was still like middle school, high school.
yeah, but it is over 10 years old. I'm not gonna look it up because I don't
will.
feel that old. No,
Oh,
don't tell me.
So was
Don't tell me.
Invader Zim, and then Invader Zim was great.
Oh, Invader Zim was great. I didn't even see it until I'd met the actual guy that did the voice.
Oh yeah,
you
I
did?
met him.
No. Yeah, it was great. My friend, actually, the friend that one of my housemates, in fact, huge fan of it, that I got an autograph for. But I hadn't seen it until I did a show with this guy.
Yeah,
It was
we
a
were all
convention,
there.
convention. Yeah, and he was so nice. He was just the nicest guy. He
Yeah,
was so
but then
great,
the
and he
next
sounded-
the next day he wanted like I think a cup of coffee with like shit tons of sugar, and everybody was like, "No, don't." 1996 to 2003. I was in 6th or 7th grade.
That's a long 6th or 7th grade career there.
Well, I graduated in
moving on.
2003.
We're moving on because I did not want to know the date.
I didn't say the date. I just said the year.
Yeah, you said the date. That's technically the date. Don't
I
try
didn't
and
say
do
the
that.
specific date. I didn't say the specific date. Well, just so you know, Powerpuff Girls is just as old. Oh, my God.
Please ignore the signs of cast members dying in the background. It will be over shortly.
And him was known as Mr. Satan. And then they were the whoop-ass girls. And it was a cartoon. And a long time ago, there was Moltar, not Tom, running to Nami.
Drew their weapons to attack the swarming Zerg.
The swarming Zerg. The Zerg swarm.
Master Chief used his enhanced physical power
What?
to jump and run over the Covenant. You don't use physical power. You use a car, Master Chief.
Well, he
Run
used
over
physical.
the Covenant with a car.
Well, he used physical power to get the warthog moving. He just kind of pushed it over a hill and I just mowed him down.
And shoot and kill them. And shoot and kill them. That seems almost incidental.
Yes, that is how that happens. Yes.
The phrasing of Elective Cross 02 needs some work.
Truly, a masterpiece.
A soup song of stunning.
A Master Chiefterpiece.
Oh ho ho ho!
A chiefterpiece.
It's like a codpiece. Except it
Elective Cross
chafes.
needs to be-
This
Yeah,
story
yeah.
is driving me insane.
But it chafes on both ends. Elective Cross is the kind of writer that we need to put up on the same level as Shakespeare. Because we don't know what either of them are saying. Until we translate it several times.
Maybe it was Titus Andronicus.
Maybe Herodotus even.
This is still, I don't know, still as good as Titus Andronicus. I know somebody's staring daggers at me like, oh my god, hate you. Fuck you, Hushi. No, seriously, Titus Andronicus sucks. Even Julie Taymor couldn't save it. Anthony Hopkins couldn't save it. Jessica Lange couldn't save it.
Do you think Morgan Freeman could have saved it?
No.
Oh, it's that bad, huh?
Oh my god. Like, Julie Taymor's Titus was a very well-made film. Had an amazing cast. It had it had so many good people in it. But, see, the problem is that it's still Titus Andronicus, which is fucking horrible. It's just awful. I know some Shakespeare, students of Shakespeare, and some lovers of Shakespeare will defend it to the death. But it is a piece of shit. I'm not going to mince words. It is the worst piece of garbage Shakespeare ever shit out.
Maybe we could run it through Google Translate a few times.
It would probably be better that way.
Let's throw it through Lithuanian, Spanish. Throw it through Mandarin. Put it back into English. Put it to French and then back to English. Lithuanian again, back to English. That'll make more sense.
It just makes sense. As well as the Zerg and Locust, which do not make any sense. Dipper morphed into a predator to slice and blast the creatures because that's something that Dipper would totally do, is commit mass murder.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Dom, who are these guys? Are they on our side? Can I subjugate them? Do they suck a mean dick? Probably not.
Oh my.
Marcus. Well, they're not shooting at us. So probably.
I can just imagine, like, Marcus just slowly just trying to stuff the cape he was using for the drag play just behind his back.
They're not shooting us, so they're probably on our side. Also, don't notice any of the face up I have on, anything like that. Just pretend you never saw this giant egg sack of a wig.
Just keep your back turned. I'll let you know when you can turn back around.
Be a gentleman. I'm getting dressed. All the heroes.
We're on the warfield. We're on the battlefield. What are you doing? Just keep your back turned. We're being shot at from 8 angles.
Look, I told you, it's important.
I only agreed to work with this, whatever he is of the Covenant, the Arbiter of the Covenant, because he said he would give me a fucking invisibility shield so I can get dressed without anybody seeing. Very shy.
Meanwhile, Dom's just got, like, bullet holes in his shoulder. Are you kidding me, man?
Can't wear my harness like this. Jeez. All the heroes on the ground were suddenly warped from the planet into the infinity, which could not use any, tension building, any sort of anything that we might be invested in.
But didn't they just came from the infinity to start fighting stuff?
Well, they were there for a scouting mission. They were there to check out what was up and then to leave as soon as combat turned to them.
But doesn't that defeat a scouting mission to get?
Well, it's like a scouting mission on both ends. So they sent out all of their forces, so the other team can scout out exactly their forces and troops. So they both have been scouted now.
Darling, you're especially right with it being. It's at both ends. This is the poster child of at both ends.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Okay. I'll go with that.
What the hell just happened? Yeah, that's another quote that we could make the title of this.
All right, now read your line.
Phineas, we've warped you back up to our ship. Dom, thanks for the assist. Now polish my boots, you little scumbag.
I can only imagine one of them is just like the one who was about to execute the person before. He's just like, as they're warped back, he's just like, he's about to swing down. He's just like hits the ground of the ship, like, dang it!
Chase, seriously, one more minute and we would have been dead. Master Chief. Oh yeah, that's right. Our pleasure. Cortana. Can you figure out what the next move is? Cortana. Little late for that. They already hyperdrived out. Although, would that be hyperdrived or hyperdrove? I never know what to say.
I also appreciate the added in hyphen that was not there in every other instance of hyperdrive so far.
I have no idea where they went.
You and me both, Cortana.
Gone it. We need to get back to Earth. Everyone. What? Okay, everybody say it with me, all right? What?
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 Hold on
What?
here. What?
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 Just what?
Huh?
Say again.
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Got it. Prepare for attack. It's the final place Stephen would go, and we have to be ready for it. It's the final place he would go. Why are you going there now? Lasky, all right, get us to Earth. It's time to finish this. The fleet flew to Earth to rally every hero for a final stand, which is yet another... Oh my god! Oh my god! Build up something! Have any idea of how to build suspense or tension or any investment in the story. This is like that fucking Dingo Pictures cartoon where they're like, maybe the Panther wasn't dead. Or maybe the Panther's dead already. And then it cuts to the fucking little gophers or whatever the hell they are. They're like, but the Panther wasn't dead in the very next scene!
Well, I understand what you mean, and I understand your point, and I think it's valid. But that would require the author to put actual effort into it.
True. I'm done.
Okay. I have 40 minutes to get through chapter 7. Can we do this, gentlemen?
No!
And I don't know.
Absolutely
So far,
not.
maybe not.
All right, let's
We
go
can try
anyway. Let's go. Chapter 7. On Earth, the group was landing their ships to rally their defense. Phineas, you know, so far we've only been collecting allies from across the galaxy. Why don't we try allies from the planet Earth?
This is the first time you've thought of that?
Alex facepalmed himself. Alex? Who's Alex? Isaac.
Yeah. BFFT facepalmed themselves.
Like, he facepalmed, and that's one word, but, like, that's implicit that he facepalmed himself. People don't generally facepalm other people. That's called slapping them or smacking them.
Isaac, why didn't I think of that? 'Cause I'm a fucking idiot. Like everyone else in this story.
You know, I didn't even have to say it.
Garnet. All right. Who would help us first? A group of TVs. A group of TVs went off with the news reporter on them.
They went
Are they
off.
just dissing the news reporter?
They suddenly have TVs and there's a news reporter on them. She's just on top.
Cheap-ass little junket journalist piece of shit.
I wasn't made in a factory just to have your filthy boots on me.
Now I'm going to sing David Bowie's TVC15. No, I'm not, because we've only got 40 minutes.
Don't want to be copyrighted either.
Reporter.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha ha
Ha
ha.
ha ha.
Oh, Superman. Oh, Judge. Oh, Mom and Dad.
Reporter.
Oh, no.
This will
Harangue, really? His name
Harangue.
is Will Harangue. His name is Will Harangue.
I just
His
read
name
ahead.
is Will Harangue.
I just read
It
ahead.
means
Oh, no.
nothing. It means nothing to me, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Oh, it'll mean something. It'll mean something.
Okay. And you're watching the Will Harangue Nation. Once again, we are hit by the menace of Ben Tennyson?
Ben 10.
I don't know that show. I have not
Oh my
watched it.
gosh.
Have not watched it.
Will
Wow.
Harangue is an infuriating name for me, because haranguing is just like, it's like going off on a tirade on someone. And Will Harangue, like, he will harangue someone, he will harangue you. Oh my god, I just want to strangle
Oh
someone.
my.
And not with my
Watch
dick.
it or I'll harangue
Dom.
you.
You're not a dom. I see Hushicha. Everybody would like to know more.
Harangue, so I can't summarize Ben 10 too much because it's a thing that went on for so long, and I think honestly it's still going on. I don't know on that though, but essentially, Kid finds magic alien watch that lets him transform into various other aliens, proceeds to be a hero, and
So he's a Green Lantern, but with a watch.
not quite. He has a set amount that he finds, and he gets new transformations every once in a while with every new random alien. And there's some dude on another planet and a river of DNA somehow.
So he's sort of like Mega Man. Kind of.
He's like Mega Man, but with
planets
but
and
he
the
can
river of
transform.
DNA.
yeah, it's about it makes about as much sense.
Okay.
There's like so many seasons, and
Yeah.
well, in the second to last one, Harang is the reporter that's constantly dissing him.
Okay.
I guess they couldn't get Jack Ryder from the DC universe, so they had Will Harang. Okay, fine.
The footage showed a different alien creature battling off multiple aliens all over the world at once. Amethyst.
I mean, it is possible in this show.
Wish we knew where that guy lived. Garnet. Bellwood. Everyone looked at Garnet. Garnet. What? Who doesn't know that?
Everybody, because they fucking just asked you, you asshole! You're
Everyone
such an
raised their
asshole.
hands. Everyone raised their hands.
I mean, to be fair, in the world of Ben 10, it's not exactly a secret where he lives.
But, like, this isn't that world, and clearly they didn't know, but Garnet knew? Like, she knew that a fucking superhero lives in Bellwood. Wouldn't that occur to you to mention to your friends, like, oh, by the way, since the world is in danger and is being invaded by aliens who are gonna murder everybody you know, and everybody you ever cared about, oh, by the way, there's a superhero that lives in Bellwood. Gee, thanks, asshole! Thanks so fucking much for waiting until the last minute to reveal that to us. Good
Maybe
job.
she has a
Bravo.
hobby. Maybe she has a hobby of just watching as many news stations as she can on, like, several different monitors.
Inside the house,
Sorry?
Ben, his cousin Gwen Tenson, and his friend Kevin Levin. Fuck you. Ben wore a device on his wrist known as the Ultramix that allowed him to scan and turn into many different aliens. He heard... Oh, wait, I skipped a line. I'm sorry. Zeratul, let's hurry there now. Artanis. And so I guess they teleport without telling you they teleported.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just sum it up like the rest of the fucking story. It's so important to the fucking author. Why should it be important to anybody else?
Well, you know what I've noticed? Everything, the writing is so passive.
Yes.
There's no active writing going on right now.
Yeah, things just happen. They just coincidentally happen, and it's like, oh, well, that happened. That's a thing now. Brilliant! Brilliant! We wouldn't want to build any tension anywhere. God forbid.
Yeah, people get stressed with tension, so we just shouldn't have it.
Yeah, so this is why he heard knocking at his door. Gwen, you expecting someone? Ben opened the door to find a whole array of aliens and colorful people. Ben, what'd I do? Garnet, it's not what you did, it's what you can do. They laid everything down to the three.
You know, I'm glad they did that, because after her saying that, I was going to be like, just speak like a normal person. For God's sake, you're coming to this person's house and being like, hey, you might die, but I need your help.
Well, I mean, that's the most effective proven way to get someone to help you. Threaten them with an untimely end, and they'll help you.
Ben, so you want us to help you stop a madman who's bringing together every villain to take over the world? This singular world, not all the worlds, which would make a lot more sense, I guess.
Well, they didn't tell him every part of it. They didn't want him getting too far involved in their plans.
And this madman used to be your best friend? Pearl. Yeah. Kevin. Well, I'm in. Gwen. Me too.
That's
Ben.
not how they react.
Ben. Me 3. He held his Ultramax up heroically. Garnet held a hand up to her head. Garnet. They'll be here soon. They're in Africa right now. Why are they in Africa? No. How did they get there before you? Shouldn't you go be fighting them in the middle, like, split? Okay.
They didn't. But they did.
I'm sorry, the next line froze me for a second, and I had to blink.
That's what I was muttering. They really went and did it.
A blue hedgehog and a black hedgehog dashed right next to them. Sonic and Shadow, in case you didn't know who the fuck they were, because they haven't introduced themselves in this story yet. Sonic.
It makes sense.
You called? I can't do a very good Urkel, I'm afraid. Amethyst. Hey! I thought you were in Africa.
Amethyst, are you high? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought they were on planet Mobius. Why are they doing all? Is this Sonic X, or is that
What
why
are they
they're
doing?
on Earth?
What are they doing outside of Station Square?
Like,
It's not everywhere Station Square.
like, what are these people smoking? And can I get some?
No, I don't
What
want
the
it.
hell is
No, I
going
don't
on?
want it. No, this is bad. This is the bad juju. Shadow. We were. Now we're here because plot convenience. I about said plot convenience, and it makes about as much sense.
Yeah, blood clot to your brain makes you understand more.
Why do you
I mean,
need
it
us?
surely has given aneurysms to people, and
Garnet.
I think this story is a fever dream caused by one.
Garnet. I sensed something on Steven's ship that made me think we might need you. You're sensing this
God,
now?
But yeah, I'm so fucking glad you decided to inform everybody else. Just like, was that the same asshole that no? Yeah, it was. It was fucking Garnet. Like, you fucking asshole. What is fucking wrong with you? You knew these people were here. You knew there were superheroes on Earth that might be able to do a better job than your ass, who fails constantly. And you never just mentioned them to anyone who apparently nobody else even knew they existed. Like, great going, Garnet. Thanks, you really got our back there, asshole. Thank you so much.
Maybe she's just there for emotional support.
I like what
It's
Sonic.
bad emotion.
I like what Sonic says next. Well,
Hey, no one said
we've
she's
got your
good.
back. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, because she has your back, but she's not very effective at it.
Mm.
I've got your back.
We've got your 6. Garnet. All right, everyone. We need to mount a massive defense to fight off Steven's attack. We need to work together, watch each other's backs, and don't give up.
Yeah, it's
Well,
really
we
helped a
haven't
lot
even
so
been in the
far.
war room yet, lady. We just know we got an epic battle coming.
Yeah,
Chill
let's
out.
Let's not do any strategy or anything like that, because it's worked so well so far. You've done a great job. Just
I should also-
fantastically. You certainly haven't gotten your ass handed to you at every possible juncture. Let's just not strategize. It'll
Also-
probably work out fine.
Keep in mind, this is happening in the house of some random dude they found from TV.
Right.
like about 5 minutes ago.
No, less. They teleported.
Yes. Hours later, all the heroes were gathered together for a final stand. The heroes consisted of Garnet, Amethyst, in case you didn't fucking know this, Garnet, Amethyst, Pearl, Isaac, Phineas, Dripper, Hugo manning the turret, because the COG soldiers, Master Chief, the Protoss armies, Zeratul, Artanis, Ben 10, Gwen, Kevin, Sonic, Shadow, Soon, Covenant spaceships, the Ditex Orb, Chaos Castle, and the Zerg Flyers and the Nemesis came into view!
And a partridge
In a pear tree. Dipper, here they come! Dipper morphed into his predator form. Marcus,
On the 50th day of Christmas.
how many ways do you think this could end? I have considered multiple, like over 6,666.9 ways, different realities, and in only one of them do I
Well,
win.
The way I see it, he's asking because Marcus is asking. He wants to know when he'll be able to get off duty so he can go back to moonlighting.
When is this gonna fucking end? When is this goddamn crossover finally gonna
I got a
end?
drag show to attend. Come on.
How much do you think this will be? Like an hour, 2? I've got a show to perform at 7 tonight.
I need
Can't
my
be late.
nails did. Need my nails did, and she is really, really packed with.
I need at least 2 hours for prep time.
2 hours for the nails alone. Those aren't going to cut through a human. Duh.
You know, everyone else is just kind of staring like, what?
Okay.
Look, I've got a job outside of being a giant super soldier, so you guys need to respect that.
I took a shot to the shoulder because of you. I was changing. It's okay.
Dipper, here they come! Dipper morphed into his predator form. Marcus, how many ways do you think this could end? Master Chief, 2. We win or we die.
No, those aren't the two only possibilities. You're an idiot.
I mean, that is how that works, yes, but no.
Isaac, I've gone up against worse odds than that. Sonic, same here. The nemesis was ripe. The nemesis was ripe with activity. The creatures were prepared to destroy the humans. Steven, is everything ready? Verb, yes, we're ready to end this. Soundwave, the 2 projects are complete. Metal Sonic and GLaDOS are ready for deployment. I forgot about those 2.
Yeah, in case you forgot, Soundwave exists in this story.
Like, GLaDOS isn't really a villain in that
Well,
sense. Like, not that kind of villain.
yeah.
She's not like a supercomputer that's going to lead a giant army. She's someone
Yeah.
who can train someone, basically. And, like, she really needs an enclosed environment that she is in total control of, because as we saw in Portal 2, she doesn't have a lot of control over her environment if it's not made for her.
Steven, deploy! On the ground, the army saw a small thing fly from the nemesis before crashing into the ground.
Don't describe it or anything.
We don't know what it was. It was just a thing.
It had a black shield around it as it revealed its dark blue hedgehog body, mechanical arms, and rockets on its feet, complete with evil red eyes.
On its feet.
The difference
Clever.
Yeah.
between contraction and possessive. Oh my god. Elective Cross 02, whose name I cannot remember to save my life, apparently.
Sonic. It can't be Shadow. How the fuck do you know Shadow? Metal Sonic. You've never met Metal Sonic.
Well, actually, I mean, I doubt this author is so cultured, but there's some Sonic comics where Shadow has been in the presence of Metal Sonic and fought.
Okay.
It can't be. How the fuck do you know? It's beautiful. That was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty.
Garnet. Glad we brought regular Sonic.
As if she's aware there was another version of him.
Well, apparently she was.
Yeah, thanks for
Hey.
not telling us about this either, you asshole.
Well, to my understanding, I believe I remember the story mentioned Phineas created Metal Sonic, so evidently Garnet's got a spy?
Great. Great of her to keep us in the loop. That's...
Yeah.
Where's
She's
Dr.
not the best at her job.
Where's Dr. Eggman in all this?
diddling himself in a corner somewhere. God knows. This person
Well, he
knows
probably
he's
saw this and went, nah, fuck that shit. I'm out. This is stupid. I'll go do my own robot invasion.
They distracted him with, like, AI Dungeon or something like that. Just to wrap up his attention while they just they take his own stuff.
Metal Sonic drew the gems, weapons, and guns over his body. Where did he get them?
Well, he also... Well, Metal Sonic said data copied, which...
Sorry, I missed that.
No, it's okay. It also makes zero sense, because to anyone who did not know, a Metal Sonic can only copy people's abilities if he touches them, which he has not done.
Then, behind him was a massive capsule, and hanging from its top was a yellow-eyed single mechanism called GLaDOS. GLaDOS. Beginning robotic... I can't do a good GLaDOS, so sorry. Beginning robotic soldier deployment. So, the cute little turrets.
It is top.
The cute little turrets and their cute little voices. Multiple arms began to assemble and create white turrets. Why wouldn't they have already done this? This is a huge flaw in your plan. They could just get in there and blow that up. That's like the planet destroyer thing, the Death Star. Them just blowing that up.
Well, they want to make their enemies think they're incompetent, so then they can take out the chainsaw bayonet.
Steven's massive army soon deployed. Promethean Knights, Covenant aliens, Chaos, Dark minions, Necromorph monsters, Xenomorph creatures, Decepticon robots, Zerg swarms, Locust soldiers, and a new figure with red and black markings on his face, and his head had spikes lining it. Steven, Mabel, and Ferb dropped down to lead the force.
Yeah, absolutely did not need a separate sentence describing this distinctive person. We just need, like, a phrase that does not tell us anything about him.
Steven!
Makes sense.
Steven! Do you like the new additions to the team? Metal Sonic, GLaDOS, and Darth fucking Maul? Ben 10, I have someone special for you! A tall alien with spikes on the top of his head appeared with an electric lance. Ben. A Gregor? A Gregor. Ben Tenson. Prepare to die. Steven. That applies to all of you. Both armies drew their, as in a place, weapons and started each other on, prepared for battle.
Well, they drew their weapons, so, you're wrong there. So maybe they were just doodling it. Maybe they were just doodling the weapons. There's no period, so it's not the end of the story.
So it's a giant battle of Pictionary.
Yeah.
They whipped out Drawful, and they're gonna start that.
I mean, you could put commas around it. Drew, comma, their, comma, weapons, and it would be like that. But that's really awkward. Not that the rest of the story isn't awkward, but
it makes sense.
I would imagine putting the good, the bad, and the ugly song during the stare down. Okay?
No, you don't get that. You don't get any Morricone. You do not get him.
I'm gonna look at this. Better not be like a song story as well.
Who will win this battle? Will Steven be victorious and take over the Earth?
Oh God!
Or will our heroes defeat him once more? Find out next time! Actually, they've gotten their asses kicked, so when are they going to defeat him again?
Whoa. This next chapter is the length of, like, the past 2.5 together.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to have time for that. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that on our own.
Thank goodness, though, it's not a song, like, there's no song lyrics accompanying it. With very poor connection to it.
Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods?
However,
where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds?
You need a hero, would you say?
Yeah.
We all need heroes.
I need something. I don't know what.
A drink?
Darth Maul. Darth Maul. Darth Maul. You put Darth Maul in this? You fucking put Darth Maul. You didn't even... It was a phrase.
The next chapter, well, let's just say, remember that list of crossover characters? Yeah, there's another group being crossed over that it didn't mention.
I love how incidentally it does this, too. Like, it'll give us a laundry list of fucking characters, and it's just like, oh, well, here now, deal with it. Great, thanks.
There's 2 groups that are being added in, I should say.
Alright, let's see what the chat's been up to. No spoilers! Don't spoil yourself!
I'm not giving any, but oh my God.